Hello everyone. Today again I'm going to show you one of my favorite processes, of course, the composting. But today it's going to be that 115-gallon pot in which we are going to start composting and also sow seeds at the same time. The best way to do what all seeds can be sow or how to do that. Let's go ahead and see it in the process today. It's like a one pot recipe today for composting and seed starting, or in the same pot at the same time. Let's go ahead into the process. So now that I have my leaf bag, I'm going to take a good amount of leaves and fill up the bottom 6 inches of the 15-gallon pot with the leaves, and on top of that is going to go the kitchen waste material, which is our nitrogen material or the green material, and then we are going to fill it up all the way to the top. So there we go, we have our brown material and then the green and a thin layer of the green material and a lot of browns. So there we go, filling up with the leaves again, a good thick layer. I'm not pressing it down, I really want it to be nice and loose. So I'll go ahead and fill up the process completely with all the material I have till the top of the pot. So there we are, filled up the pot with a thin layer of green material or the kitchen waste and a lot of leaves on the top, and it went in sections, like a good layer of browns, a thin layer of greens, a good layer of browns, a thin layer of greens, and I filled it up very loosely. Now what we are going to do is take compost or any other soil and then fill it up in the top. 6 to 8 inches of soil will go on the top of the composting pot here. So there we go. Here the key is that we have the top 6 inches of soil. You must and should have a good 6 to 8 inches of soil depth, and the soil is going to weigh down all the leaves. Nowhere in the process we have pressed down the material because we need that air circulation and we need that air pockets in here. So you can do two things now. One, you can just go ahead and gently move the soil around and put in your seeds. They will do great, especially the spinach, lettuce, coriander or any leafy greens will do great, and you can in fact let them sit here and completely grow here in this pot. Give it time, within 2 to 3 weeks all of this is going to go down, settle in. It's still fine, everything is going to consistently keep moving down. All you have to do is very gently water it, do not water it too much, and that's all we have to do. And the second important step is, if you want to transplant the saplings from here, you can use this as your seed starting spot. So you can just sprinkle the seeds, and once you see the seedlings have sprouted, you can take those and transfer it into the raised bed. And both of the works have worked beautifully for me in the past, and I love doing that, and I greatly suggest this method because you're saving time, you're saving space, and the seedlings will sprout very much beautifully in the pots. Because when I'm composting in the pots, I definitely go for the location of the pot. So this area in my garden gets a lot of sun than the rest of the areas in my garden. So the composting process will be faster, the seed sprouting will be faster, the challenges are less. And if we talk about the mice problem, because we have a really good 6 to 8 inches of soil on the top, they cannot smell it, and even underneath, because we have a lot of leaf material, they are not going to come. I never had the problem of the mice getting through because of the composting going on in here when we follow those thick top layer and a thick bottom layer. And this definitely worked great for me. It works great for lettuce, spinach, bok choy, even the peas. But the problem is, once the peas start growing, it is not as effective because all of the material sinks down, and the pea plants also sink down, and they keep getting very less sunlight because they need a little bit of sun, unlike the all the leafy greens we are talking about. So this works great for the leafy greens. Use this pot to either transplant them or let them grow, and use this as your seed starting spot while the compost is happening. And what I have in this pot is the compost that I have collected as such. And I'm going to follow the same process for all the pots right here. They take quite a few weeks because of the size of the pot. They take quite a few weeks for the soil to settle in. For the pot to get filled up. and one of my pots is full. I want to go ahead and let it settle in and want to fill up more material till the top, and this is already about 4 inches and I want to cover this 4 inches too. So I'm just waiting for it to settle in so I can go ahead and plant my peas in here, because the mice are just not letting the peas grow in there. Here I can have a more protected space. That's the beauty of having pots. And so on with the same, all the pots that I have, wherever I compost, I do sow seeds on the top and use that time while the decomposing is happening, of the material is happening. I love to go ahead and use that time and space, and I really hope this video is helpful. And I'm going to go ahead and fill up the composting material all through this area and use my space and the sunlight for my winter garden. I hope this is helpful, and I hope you'll be able to follow the same too. Thank you so much, and happy gardening.